Shalom, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone Ruwell. Salutations to you fellow laborers out there, all you Akim that's doing the work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom to you, shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. Back at you with another quick, Lord willing, edifying lesson by way of blacklistednews.com, which I'm sure you brothers out there, you Akim and you few Akwaf know what blacklistednews.com is about. Black listed is the news that's brought through the mainstream news media, but it's swept under the rug. Basically, they don't shed a light on these type of topics or talking points of things that's actually going on. Okay, in this particular one, it says terror threat: NYC mobilizing 1,000 National Guard troops in subways. New York Governor Kathy Hochul is mobilizing 1,000 National Guard troops and state police officers across New York City's subway system in a show of force meant as a warning to criminals who have been terrorizing passengers. Now, this is all of a sudden move. You know, I'm sure it's been crime throughout the years in these different subways in these various cities. But all of a sudden now it's a national emergency, because when you call the National Guards, that's like a state of emergency call pretty much. It says across New York City subway system in a show of force meant as a warning to criminals who have been terrorizing passengers. Governor Hochul announced earlier today that 750 guardsmen and 250 law enforcement officers will be deployed across the city's busiest transit stations amid out-of-control violent crime. These brazen, heinous acts on our subway system will not be tolerated, the governor said, adding the guardsmen are part of a new 5-point plan to crack down on the city's crime wave. Which, you know, this is all propaganda. She continued, no one heading to their job or to visit family or to go to a doctor appointment should worry that the person sitting next to them possesses a deadly weapon. They shouldn't worry about whether someone's going to brandish a knife or a gun. That's why we're going to do with these that's what we're going to do, with these checkpoints, according to the Mayor Governor Shalaki, the governor of New York. Okay. What's puzzling is if the only threats were violent criminals and migrants, why deploy the National Guard? Which is a good question. Like I mentioned before, there won't be no need for a National Guard. Just, you know, putting New York City is one of the biggest cities in the world. Okay, as far as per capita, they have plenty of fucking law enforcement. Might I say, most of the criminality or criminal acts are done by the police department. They have came out many of times. I remember the New York 12, and there was other, you know, whistleblowing officers out of NYPD that were so-called Negro and Latino officers that was blowing a whistle about how they create crime and how they provoke things to make it seem as though a lot of these people that they're called perpetrators, all right, or violent criminals, all right, how they're provoking them to create a false narrative and a false act of violence, even though they know that what they're deliberately doing, and they know that they're the ones that's bringing the force and harm to the people. You know, people are harassed on a daily in New York, and it's shown on YouTube. You know, okay. Just watch the auditors, right? It says the NYPD is fully capable of increasing its presence and flooding subway stations with officers. Exactly. I just made that point. It says this raises the possibility that the threat is more significant than just migrants, potentially hinting at terrorism-related concerns. And you never know with these governors and mayors. Remember that it's always a order ob chaos that the elites do. Okay, when things like this come about, because to roll out the National Guard that's a huge deal, man. Like I said before, it says it was only days ago when the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, released new information about a rogue Iranian intelligence officer planning assassination attempts on former and current U.S. government officials. Now, this is how you know it's propaganda, because if they know it's a rogue Iranian intelligence officer, if you know it's one out there, why you didn't capture him? Why you didn't pursue him or put him in custody? You're more than capable of doing that. See? No, this is a bigger thing. This is to scare the people into submission. So when they bring in that martial law, everything is already in place. Because that's what it look like. They're setting up for martial law. See? That's exactly what it looked like. This let me get this real quick. Second Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11 on the NLT. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. Right. Esau is the physical counterparts of Satan. So we know about your evil schemes, Esau. We know that none happened by coincidence. We know that this is all what you want anyway. This is a like a martial law exercise, if you will, or martial law drill. All right, so to speak. That's pretty much what's going on. Calling in the National Guard for civil disturbance doesn't make sense. This also suggests that whatever threat has spooked NY and NYC officials could be much greater than what the NYPD can handle. And remember, migrants coming through the borders, not just migrants, man. You have all these foreign, mercenaries and people of other, governments that are coming to the borders, yes. But it's all controlled, man. It's all controlled opposition. The threat could be related to Iran and a possible upsurge in attack vectors during the U.S. presidential election. Pretty much, to create a distraction. That's what it looked like, But anyways, this is 1 Peter 5 and 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, which is Esau, even the so-called white man, okay? This is his National Guard, all right? It says, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about seeking whom he may devour. Exactly. It says on the NLT, stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. And he's always looking to devour us Israelites, okay? Now let's look at the word vigilant. What does it mean to be vigilant?
Strong's G 1127. Gregareo.
It says to watch, metaphor, give strict attention to, be cautious, active, right? This is why Ephesians the 5th chapter speaking about us being circumspect. Circumspect means to watch all around. Circle means all around. Spec means to look. So watch all around. All right. Just to know what your enemy is up to. It says, or enemies, plural, it says to take heed, lest through remission and indolence, some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one. Right. This is why we are set up, as the watchmen, all right, to give warning unto our people of these things. because the evil day approaches. Jacob's time of trouble is definitely approaching, okay? And we must be on watch, be on lookout. So when it comes, we already expected it anyway, okay? We already expect it. Because why? We've been looking, we've been observing the prophecies. All right, that's how we're looking, by observing the prophecies, or being occupied in prophecies, and knowing that the Lord is equipping us with the knowledge and understanding to know, all right, when the enemy is coming and how he's going to attack. So we're being warned, all right, we're being warned and prepared for what's coming. For those of us that take heed to the warning, Lord willing, you can deliver your soul if you're found faithful in that day. If you don't take heed to the alarm, you're going to be overtaken by the sword and the evil that's going to come upon, all right, the people. Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand against the wiles of the devil, which is Esau, Edom. Okay. When you read the NLT, it says it even more plain, right? Put on all of the Most High's armor, so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil, right? It goes on to say on the NLT, for we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, which they are seen now, because we know who the elites are. Against mighty powers in this dark world, which is the elites of Esau, Edom, and against evil spirits in heavenly places. Therefore, because the wicked, matter of fact, when you look at it, the scriptures say that Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. The wicked is in rulership. Okay. And what does the scripture say about the wicked? It says that the spirit that is lifted up within him is not upright. Okay. The spirit that is within him is not upright up in him. Okay. It says, stand your ground, put on the belt of truth and the body armor of the Most High's righteousness. All right. And that's taking on this knowledge. Okay. For shoes put on the peace that comes from the good news, so that you will be fully prepared. Yeah. This knowledge, this truth. The good news is for the Israelites, okay? In particular, the elect. See? You gotta take heed, all right, to the good news, which is this knowledge, and cleave unto it. This is how you prepare yourself against the enemy, the devil, because he's going to come down with that great wrath. Okay, and this drawing nigh and nigh. This is Revelation 12:12. It reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, Esau, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Because what they're pushing for is their NWO, which involves you being put into a compromising position and being forced to take that charagma, which is the MOTB. And this is what's coming down the pipe, okay? For all you Israelites out there that are not taking heed to the warning, you're being stubborn and call yourselves, not going to take heed to the warning the Lord has given. And when these evils come, man, hey, don't say you haven't been warned, okay? Esau gonna come at you hard and heavy. And this is why the Lord is gonna lift up that standard in that day. But that standard starts with the Lord's elect. because only the elect is going to be delivered, all right, when these troubles come about. Okay, let's get that real quick. This is Isaiah 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, which is the east. That's where the sun rises. When the enemy is Esau, shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him, which the Lord is going to give his men spiritual powers in that day. The Lord wanted them one of those men. Spiritual powers is going to be able to overtake Esau's carnal blessing, which is the sword. You know, because that's the only way you can defeat Esau is through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and you know, hopefully you're a part of the elect, because the elect is going to be delivered. The Lord had to care for his elect. That's in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter. Matthew 24 says the Lord is going to gather his elect. All right. And the elect is going to be vigilant. The elect are the ones that's vigilant. Vigilant. I'm sorry, meaning they're keeping watch. So you see, this is the reason why Romans 11 says that, what then Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained. What the elect have obtained? This knowledge, this truth. And it says the rest were blinded. This is why they don't take heed to the warning, to the alarm, because they're blinded. They got the spirit of slumber upon them. Okay? That's why they're going to perish. When the sword come, when Esau, which is the devil, all right, when they come down with that great wrath, they're going to be overtaken by his evil schemes, all right, evil plans. Same thing. So with that, I want to say, Lord, whether you've been edified, shalom to the elect, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakak Wadash. Again, double understood the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone Rule. Salutations to you, Akim, again. Shalom to you. Shalom to the few that believe. Lord willing, I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.